Hello everyone, it is Wednesday evening. That means it's time for another Facebook Live. So while you're finding me, I'm going to get this video shared to my group in case somebody is looking for it there. We're playing with the Little Monkey set tonight. I'm just grabbing my box of goodies. I have been busy crafting today. Getting ready for this weekend. My upline Kay has her team meeting this weekend and I'm presenting, so I'm getting ready for that to show you a little sneak peek. Here's a little sneak peek of what I'm preparing. This is with the Crafting With You set. So I will be showing a couple of cards with that, and my swaps are with that. It was just a little sneak peek. I'll show you after the fact. All right. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Here we go. We'll get this shared. Hopefully I have remembered everything. My adhesive. All right, we're getting there. Okay, there we go. Now it is shared. All right. As always, after the video is over, I will update my blog with the dimensions that you need to make this card. So if you want to recreate this or one similar, you can do that. Last week, we made this card with the daisy. Cheerful Daisies is the suite or the bundle. Excuse me. I don't remember what the paper is called, but we embossed the paper to make it look like painted. There, you can see the texture on it. So at the end of the video, I will tell you who won that card from last week. And then next week, I'll draw for this card. So somebody will win this card. All right, let's get started. We've got lots of coloring. I did color one monkey ahead of time, so you wouldn't have to watch me color all of it. Get all my blends out of my box. Whoa, we're gonna throw them everywhere. Okay, let me get my pieces. So we are using, this is Parakeet Party, which is one of the in colors from last year. And then this is Granny Apple Green. I have so many pieces here. So you can see they go together very well. And I have a piece of basic white. I have lots of pieces of basic white, but this is the piece we want. And so I want to, I have put together, we did this for a card that we made in my last class. I was just grabbing it real quick. We made this card using the monkey, and I put 4 of the leaves on a block together so that you could see them. So you could make a nice background. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and get things out at the same time, and I don't do well with that. Let's get our Stampin' Pierce mat, since we're using photopolymer. Now, I'm not stamping through this. I just kind of want an idea of where, because we don't have to do a lot of stamping. Let's see, we need a little bit more down there. And we won't worry about coloring any of these down here. There, that gives us a nice. And then while we have this out, I'm going to grab some scratch paper. We're also going to stamp it all over this. It just seemed kind of, we don't need to stamp it in that corner because our monkey and our leaves are going to cover that up. We'll do one right there, even though we don't need it down there. All right. that is all of our green stamping. Let's do all of our, no, that's not all of our green stamping, but let's do all of our stamping together. Okay. Trying to keep all my pieces separate or straight. So the other set, oh, I didn't even show you. This is the little monkey set. Isn't it cute? And it has a punch that goes with it. So it punches out this monkey and his little banana and his face. And then there are two little holes or two little circle things, half circles almost, for his ears. The other thing I'm using is this tropical leaf, and I meant to check before I came online tonight to see if it was available. Last I checked it was, but this is one of the online exclusives, and it has a punch that punches out the bigger leaf. So that's what we're using for these little leaves that are hiding our monkeys. So we're going to use our Granny Apple Green, and this is on Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to stamp off for the solid part. So we're going to need 3 of these. And then we need our veins. Hopefully I'm staying up where you can see it. There. And so I'm stamping that full strength. It's hard to see when you're not right over it. There we go. All right, now I think that is all of our green. We need to stamp our monkey. I'm just kind of making sure I have all my pieces here. Oh yeah, that's from my bananas. All right, so we need to stamp one monkey. And I stamped them in an early espresso. Hey, Jackie, welcome. One cute little monkey. And then our sentiment, I use the I'm Bananas About You. I think that'll be fine. So this is a piece of Parakeet Party. And then 2 bananas. I'm just stamping on this small strip of white because we're going to punch those out too. All right, I think I've inked up all the stamps I have. So I think we're done with stamping. Now we get to start coloring. Get some of this stuff out of the way. All right, let's start with our leaves. And I will put on my blog also the colors that I used. So for my leaves, I'm using the Parakeet Party. And what I did is, like this guy, I just colored these kind of stripes in the dark. And I colored the base of this in the dark, the base of these leaves. And we stamped them in Granny Apple Green. Actually, I'm going to do these leaves first so I can make sure they get blended well. And then I'm just using the light to color the rest of that leaf. It just gives it a little bit of shading. You wouldn't have to do this. It's subtle. Nobody will know if you don't do that. And then let's switch to the other end. Yes, Jackie, they are so cute. And so then we'll just color the rest of this leaf the light, and then those stripes will be left dark. And then let's get our dark back out. Oops. Again, we'll color these stripes. We're going to color that as a big stripe. And then these guys, I just colored all dark. Parakeet Party. And then when we think we're colored enough, we'll lay our paper over it to see if we got enough colored or if there's anything showing in our circle that didn't get colored. So on the last card that I did last week, I didn't color the monkeys. I just stamped them on different colored cardstock and then punched them out, and then you didn't have to color them at all. All right, so we need to color those two. They're peeking through. And we probably only need to color this side. I can't remember if this top one was, but we'll color it just to be safe. Okay, now let's check again, see if that's going to color all of our leaves that are showing. Yes, that should work. All right, now our little monkey. So the first monkey that I've already colored and punched, so you didn't have to watch me do two of them, I used some of our flesh tones. So let me grab all these colors. So this guy I used, I'm finding the right ones here. Yes, this is the 600. So SU 600 and SU 200. So I used the lighter, the 600 for his face, and then the darker for his body. So that's what I colored him. Again, I'll put all of this in my blog so you know what color. So let's punch him out. I do this with die cutting also, because if he were to slip and I would miss and I would punch him incorrectly, if I've already colored him, then I've wasted all that coloring time. So I like to punch him first. Now we'll color him. And you get lots of extra little pieces. Okay, so for this guy, I used dark petal pink. Let me see if I can use this. And I used that for his ears. And his face. You don't want to color his eyes, so be sure you color around his eyes. So he's a lighter toned monkey. I wanted to have different tones on my monkeys. And then for his body, I used the new pecan pie. So the dark and light pecan pie. So the dark, all I did with the dark is I just gave him a little shadow underneath his chin. And then just came back with the light. And colored the rest of him light. And these blends really color quickly, so. And these are new ones, so they're nice and juicy. And I was able to do it all with the brush end if you're careful. And his hand. Let's get his rest of his head. And around his ears. So those little circles I talked about in the punch, they would punch out little pieces for his ears there. I wanted to show another way other than just stamping and punching. I wanted to do some coloring with these cute little monkeys. And then the only other thing we have to color are the little bananas. And then we'll be ready to put it all together. There we go. There's our other monkey. They are just adorable. All right, then we have more pieces over here. We have our bananas. And this is another new color. So this is light and dark lemon lolly. And so I didn't blend on this. I just put the dark on the bottom half of the banana. And then the light on the top half. And then these you can punch out with your punch. Good, it didn't go flying. I was afraid I would be chasing down bananas. All right, let's get our other one punched out. Oops. There we go. All right, 2 bananas, 2 monkeys. Now we need our leaves. Need to punch out our leaves. And then we'll have to die cut our sentiment, and then we'll be ready to put it all together. So we have 3 of these leaves. These are really fun leaves. I like these. And as soon as I saw the monkey, I wanted to pair him with this set because it just seemed like a very jungly set that would be good to go with monkeys. Go. All right. Now let's, our pile of stuff. All right, I'm gonna have to move this a little bit. And what I use to die cut my sentiment is my favorite die set, Stylish Shapes. And there's a little square. I was hoping to use one of these little banners and tuck it behind, but it just wasn't tall enough for the bananas About You. So I use the square. So let me bring my little mini cut and emboss machine over. And when you're doing squares or rectangles, when they have those straight edges, it's good to put them at an angle so that they go through corner first instead of straight on, and they don't ka-thunk as much. So just run that through. Now we have a cute little square. All right, get this out of the way. Put that back. Now we're ready to put it all together. All of our mini pieces. So this one had a lot of pieces. Okay, we don't want to lose our little bananas. So before I do anything else, I'm going to glue the bananas to the little monkey hands so they don't get lost. So I'm using my Tombow liquid glue, just a little dot. I don't want to do too much. And where is my Take Your Pick tool? I've been using it so much. This is great for picking up pieces like this. So just set it on there. 1 banana. This guy needs one in this hand. Okay, they have their bananas. All right, and we can put this on here. And I cut the white a little bit smaller, so if I got it a little bit tilted, you wouldn't have to worry about the white showing around it. So let's put, here it is. I keep losing my adhesive. We'll see if I have enough to make it. Because it's about out. Oh, we might not make it. All right. Make sure I stay up where you can see it. And I didn't do it right by, so we can hopefully tuck that monkey in there, because he's going to get tucked in. Let's do that real quick. He's going to get tucked in. Uh-oh. He dropped him. Right here. And he doesn't really have to tuck in too much because that leaf is going to go over. But I think I did tuck his feet in just a little bit. So he's hanging upside down. And then these guys, let's go ahead and put this on our card base before I start adding dimensionals. We'll just use our green glue. See, and I still got that almost over the edge, didn't I? Make sure it's right side up. I really like these two colors together, the Parakeet Party and the Granny Apple Green. All right. This guy, so if I remember right, I put a little bit of adhesive on him and put the leaves on him and then put dimensionals. He's kind of peeking out behind the leaves. Now, we'll put that on after we set these on. There they are. So if you don't know, be sure you use all of your sheet of dimensionals. So once you get all of them out of there, then you can just cut them apart or use long strips. But these edges work just fine. So let's put some dimensionals. Tuck him down in this corner. Oh, he's so cute. And then this leaf goes over our other little monkey. And I'm going to turn it a little bit this way because I don't want to cover up all of that cute little monkey. And then this guy is just going to tuck right in wherever it can tuck without the leaves covering up the sentiment. So this one may have to go a little bit higher. Oops. Try and make it straight. And there you go. And I decided it didn't need any bling or anything since it had so many pieces already. But there's your cute little monkeys. So again, I will, on my blog, post all the measurements for all the pieces that you need. And then next week, somebody will win this card. And the card from last week, our beautiful sunflower card, is Betty won that card. So I will get that to her. All right. I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I was going to show you. I made these for everyone that came to my catalog kickoff last week. So it's the new In Colors, and I used that same Crafting With You set to stamp the images on there in the different In Colors. So Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, and Pebbled Path. All right. That is it for this evening. Thank you for joining me, and I will... Thank you, Jackie. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I will see you next week. Bye.